Hi. I've now formed the opinion that in order to be as creative as we can be, we need to be willing to immediately put into some sort of recording an idea or ideas which have come to us before those ideas are lost. And by being willing to do so, the ideas continue to flow. Now, it doesn't matter how outlandish those ideas are. As long as we're willing, the ideas will flow. And the ideas will flow out of our interests, those things which have concerned us, which we think about, dwell on, read about, and perhaps feel that it's our life purpose to pursue, and maybe even to talk about. And that brings me to an idea that I think I will record here. And the idea is this: all of us are conscious beings. My consciousness and your consciousness and all human beings' consciousness and all animals' consciousness and all sentient beings' consciousness, and maybe even things which aren't sentient, as far as we're concerned, are consciousness. And this consciousness has decided that it will experience itself not as all, not as everything, because there's nothing in there. If you are everything, there's nothing to be discovered. It's all there. But what if we lessen our perception? What if we lessen it down? And perhaps human beings are an example of this. We have our senses which limit us as to what we believe is real and unreal. All of us have within us the ability to look out through our eyes and see without labelling anything, just as a little baby would, looking out there, seeing it all, non-judgmental, and that's it. We have the sense of hearing, and we can hear, we can see, we can feel, and so forth. But this consciousness of ours decides it likes things. There's a willingness to like one thing over another. Preferences. And once we have preferences within the parameters of what we can see, hear, do, feel, etc., then we pursue those. We avoid those which we don't like so much, and we conjure up to or cuddle up to those which we do. And thereby doing that, we narrow down our experiences, experiencing what we like and rejecting what we don't like. Even so, outside of what we can see, what we can feel, what we can smell, what we can touch, our sense of time and all of these things, is the rest of it, which we call unreal, unreality, or perhaps something blackness, something we can't label. Doesn't mean it's not there. What it really means is that human beings have a very limited perspective on all of what is. And we keep pushing the boundaries. And when we push the boundaries and find a bit more, we jump up with joy and say, oh, what a discovery. Of course, what we're discovering is something which has always been there. For example, when radio was invented, it was a myth. How could this ever be done? How could people talk over distances? And now, commonplace. We keep making new discoveries, and we keep expanding our consciousness, the consciousness which we've decided to limit ourselves with, so we can keep discovering more and more of it. The joy of growing, the joy of evolution. Just some thoughts. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm sure you've got your own ideas.